So we continue with the chapter electromagnetism, and we are in the second part of the chapter, that is force on a current carrying conductor in a magnetic field and its application in DC motors. So up till now we studied that whenever there is a current carrying conductor, the current carrying conductor will have a magnetic field around it, right? That is one part. Now what would happen that if I have a current carrying conductor and I also have a horseshoe magnet. So this is a horseshoe magnet, so this is the north pole and this is the south pole, and I place it over here like this. Now we very well know that the magnetic field lines are such that the magnetic field will never intersect each other. Okay, the magnetic field का property क्या है? They will never intersect each other. So when I place it over here, this particular current carrying conductor will place itself in such a way that the magnetic field of this particular thing and that of the magnet, they will not intersect each other, and they will so it will arrange the conductor in such a way that so there will be a deflection of the conductor in such a way that it is going to align the magnetic field, the direction of the magnetic field of this particular line. So let's understand how it is going to happen and what is going to happen, and we can have an experiment done for this thing. So first thing is force on a current carrying conductor in a magnetic field. Lorentz found that a charge moving in a magnetic field in a direction other than the direction of the magnetic field experiences a force. So if a charge is moving in a direction other than the magnetic field, so if the direction is in the magnetic field, doesn't matter, but if it is the direction of the magnetic field is here and the direction of the charge is here, then this particular charge is going to experience a force. It is called a Lorentz force since charge in motion constitute a current. Therefore, a current carrying moving charges or current. So therefore a conductor carrying moving charges or current placed in a magnetic field in the direction other than the direction of the magnetic field will also experience a force and can produce motion in the conductor. This can be demonstrated by the following experiment. So what does it say? That suppose I have got this current carrying conductor, so that the direction of the current is like this. I have the magnetic field. The magnetic field over here is such that this is a horseshoe magnet. This is north pole, this is the south pole. So the magnetic field is north south karke, north to south magnetic field है. So the direction of the magnetic field is this way, and the direction of the conductor, that is current, is like this. So that means that the charge is not moving in the direction of the magnetic field. The direction of the magnetic field is like this, whereas the charge is moving this way. So when it is moving this way, when the charge is moving this way and the magnetic field is moving this way, then this particular charge will experience a force, which is nothing but the Lorentz force. So this charge will experience a Lorentz force when it is placed in a magnetic field. So this is what is there in the experiment. So let's see how the experiment works. So experiment in figure 10.22a shows a thick copper wire AC suspended at its ends A and C from a support by means of separate threads. A magnetic field B is applied by keeping the wire AC in right. A magnetic field. One second, it's just middle of something. Okay. A magnetic field B is applied by keeping the wire AC in between the north pole and south pole of a horseshoe magnet. With length AC of the wire normal to the magnetic field lines of the magnet, between the ends A and C of the wire, a rheostat key and a battery are connected. In the figure 10.22, the magnetic field B is in the plane of the paper in upward direction, and the wire also lies in the plane of the paper with its length AC in X direction. So what is going to happen is we are having this particular kind of a support through which is the string, and this is the conductor. this conductor is connected to the wire like this over here, and then this is connected to a battery key and a rheostat, and this is connected like this. So this is what is there. And then what we are taking is a magnetic field over here by a horseshoe magnet, such that this being the north pole and this being the south pole. So the magnetic field is going to be like this, and the current is going to flow over here. So the flow of the current is going to be in this direction, right? This is what is given, that the direction. So over here, if you take the points, then this point over here is A, C and B over here, tied like this, and yeah, this is north south, fine. Okay. So experiment is observed that first, when no current flows in the wire, no force acts on the wire and the wire does not move. So the wire is not going to move if there is no current pass through it. So अगर ये off है, तो no current passing through it, and the wire is not going to have any kind, the conductor is going to be not having any kind of deflection. Now, when current I is passed in the wire in direction from A to C, that is in X direction, so we can see this is the X direction, this is the Y direction. See the X-axis, Y-axis, just the X-axis and Y-axis, horizontal X-axis, so you can see this is an X-axis, and Y-axis because this is from north to south like this, so it's a Y-axis. So these are the two axes of our normal graph paper. So X-axis and Y-axis. A force F acts on the wire in the direction perpendicular to both the direction of the current I and the direction of the magnetic field B, as shown in the figure 10.22b. So when it is placed, when it is switched on, there will be a force which will be applied, which will be in direction which is mutually perpendicular to this. That means it will be something like this. This is the Z-axis. It is something like, if I have this particular, अगर मैं लेता हूँ ये book, I take this book over here, right? So one is the x-axis here, this is the x-axis over here, this is the y-axis over here, this over here, depth, right? This is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. The depth over here is mutually perpendicular. You can see they are mutually perpendicular to each other. This is at 90 degrees with this one, this is 90 with this one, and this is 90 with this one. So in this way, this is the one which is the z-axis. So the force will be acting on this particular conductor in the z-axis. So this was here, this was upwards, so this is going to go like this. So there will be a force which will make it go something like this. Okay, वो जो है, वो rod जो है, वो deflect करेगा. So you can see, due to the force F, the conductor begins to move normal to the plane of the paper in outward direction. That means it was like this, it is going to go outward. Okay, it is going to go outward direction. So this is how we are going to go, that it will be going in the outward direction. So like this. That is Z direction. In the direction of the current, if the direction of the current in the wire is reversed by interchanging the terminals of the battery, the direction of the force, that is direction of the movement of the wire, is also reversed. That is, it moves normal to the plane in the direction in the inward direction or in Z. So now, instead of outward, it is going to go inward. Okay, this is going to go inward. Instead of going outward, it will go inward. So it was like this. It was hanging like this. First it went outward, and now it is going to go inward. Okay. Similarly, on reversing the direction of magnet, यानी ये magnet जो हमने north south रखा है उसको उल्टा कर दिया, north ऊपर south नीचे, तो भी same चीज होगा. Okay. So again the direction of the outward inward will change. So on reversing the direction of magnetic field, that is on reversing the polarities north and south of the horseshoe magnet, the direction of the force, that is the direction of the movement of the wire, is reversed. Now it moves in minus Z direction. Note, if wire is short enough and is placed between the poles of magnet with its length AC in direction Y, such that the current in it is in the direction parallel to the direction of magnetic field. No force act on the wire and it does not move. So in this is going to be there that if this wire is very short, means it is just a small dot, okay, in that case there would not be, because the it is something like that. ये अगर ये डॉट रहेगा तो वो इधर जाए कुछ फर्क पड़ता है नहीं फर्क पड़े. So it is just like a ball which will be just rotating over here. So that's why that force will not be understood, and that's why if the wire is short then you cannot have. So if the wire is short then and the direction is parallel to the direction of the magnetic field, so no, okay, if wire is short enough and is placed between the poles of the magnet as with its length AC in direction y direction, such that the current in it is in the direction parallel to the direction. So okay, sorry. So if it is this way, that if the wire is short and it is made to be like this, the magnet is over here. तो पहले ऐसे था ना, उसके पहले ऐसे रखा है उसको. Okay, you have placed it in the direction. Sorry, ऐसे रखा है. That is in the direction parallel to the north south direction of the magnetic field. So it's so. I read the note one again because it's very important. If wire is short enough and is placed between the poles of the magnet with its length AC in y direction, with this length AC in y direction, that is upwards, like ऐसे रखा है उसको, like this. Instead of like this, it is there like this, in y direction, such that the current is in the direction parallel to the direction of the magnetic field. No force acts on the wire and it does not move. Why? Because obviously this is only when it is cutting, when the two magnetic fields are cutting each other. If it is parallel, then they are just going to have their own space. They are having their own space, so there is no requirement of any kind of changing or deflection taking place. Okay, so no force acts on the wire and it does not move. Now for the magnitude of force, experimentally it is found that the magnitude of force acts on the current carrying wire placed in the magnetic field in the direction perpendicular to its length depends on the following three factors. The force F is directly proportional to the current through the wire. F is proportional to I. F proportional to the current I. F is directly proportional to the strength of the magnetic field B. So the magnetic field which is over here, that is B, that is F is directly proportional to the magnetic field B. And force F is directly proportional to the length of the wire within the magnetic field. So ये length of the wire जो है, that is also the next point. So F is directly proportional to the length of the wire within the magnetic field. So F is proportional to L. Combining the equation, we have got over here F is proportional to IBL, and we can take it as K. So F is equals to KIBL, and for value of K is a constant. So where K is a constant whose value depends on the choice of the units, the SI unit of in SI unit the unit of B is such that K is equals to 1. So that's why if K is equals to 1 in SI unit, therefore F will be equal to IBL. Okay, that is the thing. Not important much because it's not, no numericals वगैरह is there, but you can just keep it in mind. Units of magnetic field, of course, it will be the same over here. So we can see magnetic field. What is the magnetic field over here? It is B. So B accordingly will be equal to F upon I into L. Now F is a force which is in Newton, and I is the current in ampere, and length is in meter. So we have to it will be given as Newton per ampere per meter. It is also given a name as Tesla or Weber per meter square. Okay, Tesla or Weber per meter square is the unit for magnetic field. We now see something very important, and that is called as the Fleming's left hand rule for the direction of the force. So now I told you over here that this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. I need to see that what will be the direction of the force. So for this, what we have is the Fleming's left hand rule. The direction of the force of a current carrying conductor placed in the magnetic field is obtained by Fleming's left hand rule. The Fleming's left hand rule is: stretch the forefinger, central finger and the thumb mutually perpendicular to each other. Okay, it is like this. Forefinger, the central finger and the thumb all mutually perpendicular to each other. So this is the condition what I'm taking. I can see that, you can see this. This is the thumb and the forefinger mutually perpendicular, and the forefinger and the central finger mutually perpendicular. The thumb and this also mutually perpendicular. So you can see that all these three are mutually perpendicular to each other. So when such a thing is there, if the forefinger indicates the direction of the magnetic field, okay, if the forefinger indicates the direction of the magnetic field, the central finger indicates the direction of the current, okay, the central finger indicates the direction of the current, then the thumb will indicate the direction of the force. The thumb will indicate the direction of the motion of the conductor, that is force of the conductor. Okay, this is the Fleming's left hand rule. Magnetic field, current, force. We also called it as father, mother, child. F for father, F for force. This is mother, M for mother, M for magnetic field. C for child, C for current. So father, mother, child. Okay, so you can see that if this is the magnetic field, this is the current, the direction of the force is given by the thumb. So you can see this over here. You can see the direction of the magnetic field is upwards like this, north to south. The direction of the current is this way, so it is this way. So that's why I told you that this is going to go outwards. So the direction of the conductor, as I told you, it is going to go outwards, out of the paper, that is outwards, that is the thumb. If I reverse the direction of the current, okay, if I reverse the direction of the current, so what happens? The current is flowing this way. So the current is flowing this way. The magnet is like this. Now what has happened to the thumb? The thumb has gone inwards. So the thumb is inwards. You can see this. The thumb is inwards. If you do other way around, we are going to change the direction of the magnetic field. North ऊपर, south नीचे. तो ये जो ऐसे था, वो नीचे चला गया. वो नीचे चला गया. Current is going this way, but current is that way. So we take it this way. Okay. So now the direction of the force, the magnetic field is like this. The direction of the current is like this. The force will be inwards. Right? And if I change the direction here, it becomes like this. Then magnetic field is here, direction of current is here, this is outwards. This is very, very important. You will need to use the Fleming's left hand rule to identify that what is the direction of the force. DC मोटर के अंदर मोटर क्यों रन करता है, कैसे रन करता है, that will be known to you only if you understand the Fleming's left hand rule. So Fleming's left hand rule, very, very important. What did I tell you? Father, mother, child. Father, that is nothing but the force which is going to be received by the two things. What is this? This is the mother, that is nothing but the magnetic field. The child, that is the current. So father, mother, child. Direction of the magnetic field, direction of the current, and this, the thumb, will give the direction of the force. Okay. So that's what they are given you in the figure also. The central finger is the current, forefinger is the field, magnetic field, and the thumb is the motion. So that is how it is going to be giving you the Fleming's left hand rule. Now we see the next thing, which is a simple DC motor. The working of a simple DC motor. I'll do one thing, I'll take it in the next video. I know it's quite a less time, but I will just so that the DC motor part is a separate part altogether. So maybe that may be exceeding 30 minutes, but I'll take it in a separate form so that it's easier for you to study. I don't want to break it in between when the DC motor is going on.